Y'all seen that little glitch there in the beginning? Just like a real quick flicker. What's going on, everybody? What is up? What is up? What is up? I hope y'all are having a fantastic Tuesday. Y'all already know it's that Tuesday night live show. First things first, let's get over in that chat and say what's going on to some people, some folks. First one in the chat, Scott McNeil. What is going on, my brother from another mother? I hope you are having a great night. I know you got some bad news today, but you get to go car shopping, right? Don't we all love looking for a new car? And we got the Cruise Nuts in the house. What is going on, Cruise Nuts? Eric over at Party on the Sea, the amazing and wonderful Miss Marcia of See Me Traveling, and Moonlight Adventures. Wow, we got so many people up in the house already. Law Jones, Moonlight Adventures. What's going on, Jocelyn Chastity? Law Jones, how are you doing tonight? Cameron Hawkins in the house. I'm getting pretty good with this. CA Cruiser in the house. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? I'm getting pretty good with this StreamYard thing here. I'm all right. Like, I have the chat pulled up on the side over here so I can see everybody, but showing everybody that pops in through StreamYard is right here in front of me. I'm not that old, but looking like this, it's going to be a lot. So I just have my external monitor here hooked up. So if y'all see me glancing over, you know why. That's why I'm glancing over. And if my head disappears, it's because my backdrop. It didn't work the way I want it to, but I do like that. That is the new design for the front of the new t-shirts that I'm coming out with. They will soon be put on Bonfire. They are not completely done yet, but that is the front design of the new t-shirt. So I hope everyone is having a fantastic night. The Uber Cruisers, Ian is in the house. I hope you are having a great morning over there in Australia. And let's get right into it. So I want to talk about this. What do you have booked and what's your next cruise? Let's talk about it because I've been doing a little bit of research and I'm only 7 days away from hitting platinum with Carnival. However, I'll hit that by the middle of the summer. That's not a problem, but I want to make sure I hit that by July. So I was looking at some 3-day cruises out of Port Canaveral. So that gave me the idea of talking about what you have booked and what's your next adventure, whether it's cruise, land-based, summer vacation, family visit, whatever it may be. What is your next adventure? You going camping? I haven't been camping in a long time. Chuck Spencer, you're late and you had a nap today. That is unacceptable, my friend. Nah, I appreciate you for being here, Chuck. Y'all, the Blue Crew is in the house. The moderators, the mods, whatever you want to call them, the mod squad, the Blue Crew, the Naughty Protectors, whoever they are, they're in the house and they're holding it down. So all you inappropriate folk out there don't get a little too out of hand. They will time you out. But if it wasn't for the Blue Crew and the mod squad and the Tub Crew, whatever you want to call them, I wouldn't go live as long or as often as I do. So thank each and every one of you for being here. Ian has the Princess Discovery, Mexico from Los Angeles, October of 2023. That's a little far out, but that sounds like a fun cruise. Now, are you going to be doing more because you're coming in from Australia? So are you going to be doing more than just that one cruise from the States? Wanda is in the house, Cruising for Food. Yes, the one and only Wanda from Cruising for Food is in the house, and she's a wrench. Yep, she's a wrench. But what do you have booked? I'm trying to get ideas here on what I should do. I really want to take this 3-day so I know I seal the deal for platinum, but I'm not 100% sure. Now, Father's Day weekend I thought was off the table, but it's not. That's completely in the cards for a possible trip. So I think that might be something I can look at doing. Next adventure is Thailand, June 1st, 12 days starting at the Marriott Beach Club. Oh, I cannot tell you how ready I am to go to any part of Asia. Like, Japan has been on my itinerary for so long. It's absolutely, it's going to happen, and it's going to happen very, very soon. Cameron's got the Booze Cruise October 29th. Yeah, so that's a good thing. Let's touch base on that. If you don't know what the Booze Cruise is Boo, as in ghost. It is a Halloween quote unquote group cruise. So if you are trying to go on a cruise in Halloween, it's out of New Orleans on the Carnival Glory. It leaves October 29th. Some amazing port stops along the way: Montego Bay, Grand Cayman, and Cozumel. And it's a great cruise. There's a bunch of us going. I think we have like 80 people or up close to 100 people going so far. So if you want some information on the booze cruise, not the booze cruise, just shoot me an email at thenaughtycruiser@gmail.com and I will get you the information for that. He's got the Carnival Jubilee 1230. Oh, he's with me on that one too. That's right. I think Karen sharing a room with me and Scott. That's going to be fun. 3 guys in their mid 30s and 50s sweating up a balcony cabin on a brand new Carnival Jubilee. It's going to smell pretty ripe in that room. And then we got the Boats and Bros on the Vista. Yes, Boats and Bros 3 on the Vista, February 18th. And then he's got a Transatlantic on the Glory in April. That's still on the radar, but I'm not 100% sure on that one yet. I know Wanda's getting ready to go up to New York in the middle of June to go on the Venezia. I'm a little jealous about that one. I'm a little jealous about that one. That is the very first Carnival ship that is fun Italian style. Costa by Carnival, fun Italian style. That is the very first one of those ships making its way to the beautiful port of New York. Our very good friends Larry and Elaine Thomas are coming over from Barcelona, Spain on that ship. And it's going to be an absolutely amazing experience for everybody. It's going to be awesome. I can't wait to see pictures and videos. Wanda, I already know you're going to be posting a ton of stuff. So I can't wait to see that ship and let alone get on that ship. But I do have my next one coming up, if I do not book anything, is July 27th on the one and only Carnival Luminosa, leaving Seattle and going to Alaska. So that is my next adventure. If I do not book anything before then, I do plan on booking something before then, but that's just the plan as of right now. Look at Cameron Hawkins setting up dates with Wanda in the chat. Get it, Cameron. Get it. Ian does not have any East Coast this time. So out of California, Carnival Miracle, 5 nights from LA to San Jose with family. That'll be a nice little cruise. And then Mexico out of LA and Thailand in June. Oh, I'm so jealous. I'm so jealous. I'm so jealous. I really want to go to Thailand. But you know what? It is what it is. It happens. It happens. It happens. I'll make it there one day. Wanda's got the Venezia, followed by the Spirit to Alaska. It's a coast-to-coast adventure. That's right. You are doing the Frasier Bagak off group cruise out of Alaska. Well, out of Seattle to Alaska on the Carnival Spirit. So that's great. There's a lot of trips coming up, whether they're land-based or whether they are cruises. Everyone's got a lot of stuff booked. CA Cruisers got 4 short cruises on the Carnival Radiance in May, June, and July, and then 10-day Alaska on the Carnival Miracle in August. That's perfect. Four little short cruises, May, June, July, bang, and then a 10-day. I really don't do short cruises. I'm not one to jump on a cruise ship for a quick 3 days because by the time I get off the ship, I'm just starting to relax. Now, since I live in Florida and I'm surrounded by 5 different cruise ports, the closest one being 40 minutes, the furthest one being 5 hours, if I can get to a cruise port within 2 hours for a 3-day cruise, I will absolutely jump on a short cruise. 3-day, 4-day, whatever it may be, I will absolutely do it because I am fortunate enough to live so close to the cruise port that a 2-hour quick adventure to Port Canaveral really isn't that bad. I did the Paradise a few times last year out of Tampa. It was very enjoyable. I took my kids, took my youngest, took my oldest, and we had, a great time on a little 4-day cruise. Just went from Tampa to Cozumel and Cozumel back to Tampa. So I'm all about a quick cruise as long as it's close. If I got to drive to Miami, you can probably bet dollars to donuts that I'm going to try and book a back-to-back of a short cruise. Or I'm going to go out of Miami for a 3-day, and then I'm going to go up and I'm going to take a 3-day on the Margaritaville at Sea out of West Palm Beach. So I try to make it to where it's as convenient as possible. If I got to go far, anything over 2 hours, I'm going to try and get a little bit more than a 3-day cruising. But Port Canaveral has some awesome itineraries on the Liberty, going to Bimini or Nassau, whatever it may be. I've never been to Bimini, so that would be a new one for me to take. And the Liberty would be a new ship. So even though it's a 3-day, it would definitely be worth it. Wanda has flown to Cali for a 3-day cruise and to Florida. Well, see, that's where it gets a little tricky, Wanda, because you're in Texas. So if you're not going out of Galveston, you have to fly to every other cruise port. It doesn't matter. The only other one that would be within driving distance of the same day for you would probably Galveston, and then the next day would be New Orleans, and then Alabama, so on and so forth. But you would have to fly anywhere else you want to cruise from if it ain't Galveston. So, but that's what the conversation is going to be tonight. Let's talk about new stuff, new trips, what you got, where you're going, what you look forward to. When was the last cruise you were on? Did you just get off of a cruise? A lot of you know I just got off of a 17-day voyage. I did a 4-day to Cozumel, and then we stayed on and did the back-to-back and took the Carnival Pride all the way from Tampa to Barcelona, Spain, where then she went into dry dock. And if you've seen some of those pictures, she's already looking beautiful. I mean, she's ready to hit the water any day now. So once this dry dock's over, I got to look into itineraries and get on the Carnival Pride again to do the comparison videos. I'm still working on some vlog content from back then, and my mom just walked out and she's got the video playing, and I'm getting back noise. So you gotta shut it off. Yeah, I will. So I just got off the Pride, and I can't wait to get back on to see what different things they make over the next couple months, the different changes and the things like that. So I definitely have to get back on the Pride. And now she like really threw my whole train of thought off. We have Tolly in the house. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I appreciate you being here. Found me from Lalita Loca and love my vibe. Lalita Loca is my heart and soul. Like Tony and Jenny are everything. And I'm fortunate enough. I live within, if I walked to their house, it would take me 10 minutes. So I'm very fortunate enough to live very near to Tony and Jenny and to be known as a friend to them. Very humbling, very, very great people. So they are absolutely an awesome bunch to be around and to know very personally. But she came out here because she told me earlier before I went live, please make sure you tell Cameron and Chuck and Joe and all the guys. I said, thank you for wishing me a happy birthday. So there's the message from my mother to y'all. She says, thank you for wishing her a happy birthday over on Facebook land. But I got 45 more minutes. If she didn't think I was going to do it, she's crazy. I definitely would have touched base on it. But, you know, if mama wants it now, mama wants it now. And today's mama's birthday. So consider that a birthday gift, ma. There you go. But yeah, that's what I have. Tell your mom to open the door. I'm not going to open the door because it's going to go boop, 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 front door. Yeah, that bell. We turned it off for a while. It was nice. It was turned off for a while, and you didn't hear no noises. But the reason we have that, let's do a little story time. You ready? So about a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, my young one decided he was going to wander outside the front door at 5:30 in the morning and locked himself out. Well, we got to be a tech-savvy household, and we got one of those fancy doors that you got to put the keypad in. Well, he was outside banging and screaming, and nobody heard him because, the alarm wasn't working at that time. So we had to get the alarm fixed and all that. And, now he knows the code and all that. But, yeah, it's all good. It's all good. He learned his lesson, that's for sure. That boy don't go out the front door for nothing now. So, but what is everyone doing? Like, I know there's so much more stuff that's happening. I know I'm trying to get Chuck Spencer to jump on a trip. He's like, it's too much money for me. I'm trying to get Chuck on a trip. I'm trying to help Cameron book his airfare. He texts me every morning with different itineraries for his flights. But that's it. Like, I'm 7 days from platinum. Like, that's an accomplishment in itself. Okay, here we go. I'm 7 days from platinum, and I only started sailing Carnival November of 2021. That's the accomplishment. So for those of you who know Carnival's VIFP program, 75 days is what it takes to hit platinum. That's what it takes, 75 days. So they don't do it by the amount of cruises. They do it by the amount of days you spend on a Carnival ship. So for you to hit 75 days, that's a lot of time that you're spending on a Carnival ship. Now, I'm only 7 days away from hitting that platinum list, and then I got 125 days to go until I hit diamond, where I can rightfully so go to diamond lunch without being someone's guest. But I'll go as somebody's guest. I have no problem. There's no shame in my game. If you're inviting me, I will go with you. Check out the short I put out today, diamond lunch on the Carnival Pride. I was invited and I went, and it was a great lunch. It was a great experience. First off, it was a cool experience to begin with, just to be able to go there and listen to the captain talk and be able to, shake hands and take pictures with the captain if you want it, listen to some of the officers and all that stuff. It was great. But the menu they have, oh, yeah. Crab cake, New York strip. I was like, man, if y'all put this on the menu every day of the cruise, I'll definitely be coming to the MDR 7 nights for my 7-day cruise. I'm so game. But just to experience those things, like when I did the transatlantic on the Celebration, Mary Ellen Dillon invited me as her platinum guest for the like platinum, meet and greet party or whatever it was. That was awesome. Being able to go check that out. The show that Lee Mason and the Fun Squad put on was hilarious. I still have yet to put that out. I got so much content that I have not put out yet. I have to get it done. Scott's 5 days away from platinum. Carnival has not gotten the price right for Chuck. Yes, no, they did not. They did not send you anything. Status means nothing to me. It's worthless. I know it doesn't really mean much, but like there's certain things that I want to be able to go and see on every cruise, but I can't do it yet because I'm not platinum. Like the platinum welcome party is different on every ship. They do different things. So I think that would be something cool to go check out and all that. CA Cruisers, I appreciate that. I'm so honored to be your guest at any time. And unless you cruise Princess, I'm a lead on Princess, and their perks are sweet. Yeah, well, I'm right there with you, girl. Princess was the very first cruise line I've ever sailed. And breaking news, Princess announces that in 2024, they're going to be sailing out of Port Canaveral. So that means 2 hours away, I'll be able to get on a Princess ship versus 5 hours away. I'll take it. I've sailed Princess since I was a kid. I was knee-high to a grasshopper my very first cruise, and it was with Princess Cruises. I am elite status with Princess through TA, but through earning it, I'm one away from being elite through earning it. But Princess is one of my favorites. It'll always hold a special place in my heart. Now that my grandfather's not with us, that was the cruise line we always sailed on with him. So that definitely holds a little place in my heart for sure. Scott likes the free laundry. Yeah, I'm not even gonna lie. The free laundry that was kind of baller. Like I could wear 4 outfits and be like, "Hey, Antara, can we get this washed?" And be like, "Sure thing, Mike." So that was pretty baller being able to get those amounts, especially the amount of wash we had for that transatlantic. I think we did like 5 bags between the two of us. So it was definitely nice being able to do that. Cameron said if he does all the cruises that he mentioned, he will be 4 days short from platinum. Yeah, man, 4 days short. I don't know. That might be another 3-day cruise. Might be another 3-day cruise. It's not that it's a big of a value. It's got nothing to do with the value. Like if you knew the amount of money I was paying for these cruises, that would be like, you'd be like, okay, now I see why a free bag of laundry to you is like the be all end all. Like let's speak for real. Those 2 cruises I did in April, we're talking a 4-day on the Pride to Cozumel and then a 13-day transatlantic to Barcelona for 2 of us with drinks, with internet, with gratuities, with everything in a suite. Both cruises cost us less than $1,500. So you're talking 17 days on a cruise ship, less than $1,500, and it came with all of that. Not to mention $2,000 for me to play with in the casino and $400 onboard credit. So they paid me to go on that cruise. So to get that free laundry, it's well worth it. Yeah, it might be $12 value. Who knows? But if you go to the laundry facility, it's costing you $3 for soap, $3 for fabric softener, $3 to wash, $3 to dry. You're already up to $12. And that's just for one load. I'd rather get a great casino offer, and that's what I get, and that's why I book so many through Carnival. That's why everyone asks me all the time, why are you always going Carnival? Well, they're currently the ones that are giving me the best casino deals, so I got to go with Carnival. Don't lie about the casino. What did I lie about the casino? What did I say wrong about the casino? I didn't say nothing wrong about the casino. I said they gave me $2,000 to play within the casino. I didn't say that's all I spent in the casino. You need to listen there, Charles. If you're going to try and get somebody in trouble, you need to listen. And meanwhile, the whole time Chuck is over here going, you going to put some more money in that machine? You going to put some more money in that machine? Come on, put another $100 in there. Charge it to the room. Don't worry about it. Chuck's my casino man. If I go on a cruise with Chuck and you can't find either one of us, check the casino because that's where we're going to be. That's where we're going to be. Chuck's all right, though. Chuck's got a new casino buddy. Daniel goes on cruises with Chuck from here on out. He's got a new casino buddy, too. Daniel was living it up in that casino. Thank you very much, Scott. Thank you very much. Clarify that. Scott McNeil said, Chuck, he wasn't in there as much on the 13-day cruise, and I was not. You know why? Because on the 4-day, they done suckered me out of so much money. I said, I ain't coming in here on 13-day cruise. I stopped going to the casino on Carnival. They have stopped sending me offers. So, well, I'm never going to stop going to the casino. Like, that's another thing. Like, people put money aside for certain things, like certain entertainment and all that stuff, right? Like, so if you're going to plan a cruise and you're putting away, say, $1,000 for excursions and $1,000 for the drink package, well, if you like to go to the casino, then you're obviously going to put away something for the casino, right? Well, I tend to put away something, and then if I hit, I spend what I hit, and if I don't hit, then I add a little more, and so on and so forth. It's a chain of events. But I just call it prepaying for my future cruises. That's what I'm doing. I'm prepaying for my future cruises. As long as the offers continue, I'm prepaying for my future cruises. And I'm drinking water, Wanda. So you can't yell at me for that. All I got was the Ocean View offer on the 13-day. Scott, why you just want to stick the knife in deeper? Now listen, I did get a free suite on the 4-day cruise, so I'm not gonna lie there. They offered me another free suite cruise on the 4-day and then an Ocean View. They give you them bounce back offers in your door. So, but other than that, that's what it is. My next cruise is in July, unless I pop on a 3-day here out of Port Canaveral, and I've been considering a 3-day out of West Palm on the Margaritaville at Sea. I've been on it before when I want to get on there because I know there are some things. So I want to see the difference in the comparisons on what has changed and what is new. And I think we're buffering. But either way, I want to see what's new on the Margaritaville at Sea and possibly jump on that nice little 3-day, takes you to Freeport and then right back to West Palm. So how much do you have to invest, gamble to get a casino offer on Carnival? So it's not about how much you invest. It's about how much time you spend in the casino. So Cameron, he took $300 with him, and I think he walked out with $200. And he's getting offers for $40 a person for a room or free drinks while in the casino. So it all depends on the type of offer. Carnival is always going to send out a decent offer depending on the amount of time and money that you've spent in the casino, but it's more so about the amount of time you stayed in the seat while you were at the casino. So Cameron gets, semi-decent offers for insides and Ocean View rooms, and he's barely spent, out of all of his cruises, probably less than $500 within the casino. So he got an Australian cruise offer. Chuck hasn't gotten no new offers yet. We were talking about that today. Yeah, and that's true too. CA Cruiser says the trick is to play on non-premier, ultra, or elite cruises. Always better offers from the casino. That is also true because when you have that many players, your points don't really matter. So on those elite cruises, they're having people that are actually gambling thousands of dollars a day in that casino, racking up points like it's nothing. So if you're in the casino for those cruises, you're really not going to get much. Yeah, so like Wanda said, if you're new to Carnival, not much. Her husband gambles maybe $100 for the entire cruise, and he gets a lot of offers. What's going on, Kurt? How you doing tonight, brother? Kurt's popping in late. He was out there throwing mothballs around all day. So Cameron said his first ever time was in the casino on October 21st or October 21. Spent $40 and got free interior room offers. Yeah, test the fates. I mean, it's part of entertainment, right? Like we all know as adults, like gambling is adult entertainment. 9 times out of 10, the house is always going to win. Unless you win, you get up and you walk out and you never go back in the house. That's just the way it's going to be. That's the way it is. We all know that as adults. But it's fun entertainment. If you like to go to the casino, have a few drinks, talk with a few friends, spin some wheels on the slots or throw some dice at the craps table, it's worth the time if you know how to get up and walk out. If you're a person that doesn't get up and walk out and you keep feeding and feeding and feeding, you know, it's not going to help out that much. Kurt says, don't tell hillbilly secrets. # hillbilly secrets. No telling, Kurt. No telling. Your secrets are safe with me. Don't worry. So, but like I said, it depends on the time you spend in the seat. If you're on an elite, ultra, premier, or even if you're on an Echo cruise, I would just stay out of the casino. But they're very far and few in between, and not a lot of people even know what the Echo offers are. $600 total for 14 nights on a transatlantic, and that was for 2 people. That's what Cameron's got next year, and an interior on the Carnival Glory. But it's nice. So, I mean, you just got to know when to call it a night. 22-night Trans-Pacific cruise for $100 a person. And that's not bad. I got the 25-day from Singapore to Los Angeles, I believe, on the Panorama. I think it was $100 per person in a balcony. So the offers can be great. It really can be. The offers are nice. And depending on where you live, they could be tailored specifically for you, like going out of Texas on the Vista or going out of California on the Panorama or Florida on the Mardi Gras. They could definitely be tailored for you. So it's well worth it. So I have not been on the Vista. So that is booked. I have the Vista booked for next February 18th of 2024. I haven't been on it yet, but she is coming over to Port Canaveral. But I know a lot of people that have been on the Vista, and they absolutely love the Vista. The Vista class has been, the Vista ship has been a first for so many people that I know within the community, and they absolutely love the Vista, and that's what hooked them on Carnival. I know Wanda said she loved the Vista. Scott has been on the Vista. Cameron's been on the Vista. Slinky, she's been on the Vista, but I know she's not in here. But I know she's a very beautiful ship. I've seen lots of videos and lots of pictures, and I can't wait to get on the Vista. And if I can get on it before February, then I definitely will. But I don't have any plans of hopping on the Vista until February when she makes her way over to Port Canaveral. Can't drink water with the lid closed. But I mean, any ship, well, maybe not any ship. Every Carnival ship I've been on, I've never had a problem with. And I've been on some pretty old Carnival ships. Now, the Pride is not that old in the terms of like what we would consider old in age, but she definitely was showing her age. It was definitely time for her to go to the dry dock, get some work done. We would be able to go out on our balcony. And I remember saying to Scott, like, I thought somebody was washing something, because when I would step on the one side of the balcony and then go back to the other side, you would hear like a sloshing of water that was in the floor, the decking of the balcony. So you would step and you would. So it definitely was showing her age. Some places along the ship. So it was definitely time for her to go in dry dock. But she was a beautiful ship nonetheless. Still great venues, still great decor. Everything was still intact and in peace, and she made it all the way to Spain. So I can't really argue with it, right? Echo could be any cruise that the Echo guest chooses. Yeah, and it's they're far and few in between that other people see those cruises. So that's the highest casino offer Carnival has is the Echo offer. Vista's a beautiful ship. Love that ship. And again, I'm not on it until April or February of next year. So I'm excited to get on it. And I can't wait to sail on it because I love Cove balcony. So when I book that, I think a Cove is going to be what I go for. The Cove balcony is phenomenal. Can't wait to see the Pride at the dry dock, just 20 minutes from the Baltimore port. So easy. Robin, that's awesome. That's awesome. And that's the one thing I love about living in Florida. Like I said, I'm 40 minutes from the closest cruise port and 5 hours from the furthest cruise port. Like that's where I'm at. So like being able to now I work in Tampa, so getting to Tampa, that's nothing. Like it's super, super easy getting to Tampa cruise port. A lot of people have difficulty with it, but it's super, super easy. So I have no problems getting there. I have no problems getting to Port Canaveral. I'm comfortable leaving the same day for both of those ports, especially Tampa. It's right down the road. But being within 5 hours, I can make it the same day to any single cruise port if I left the same day. So being able to book last minute cruises, it's well in my advantage if I can get a well enough deal. So like Princess will send out last minute deals and I can book a decent last minute deal with Princess for like $600. But if I can book the same itinerary on a different Carnival ship for half of that, then that's where I'm going because I want to try and get as much in with the Carnival brand and different ships, different classes of ships and things like that. So that's just the way it's going right now. Now, when Princess comes over to Port Canaveral, that'll be completely different. And I still got Virgin Voyage on my mind. Like Virgin is like right here in the left lobe of my brain every day. Like book me, book me, book me, book me, book me, book me, book me. So I definitely have to get on a Virgin ship very soon. Okay, well, the Hellfire Mardi Gras is booked for September 24th. I know. I see everybody saying they booked it. It's going to the ABCs. So I definitely going to have to look into that. Is that 2024 or is that 2023? I'm not 100% sure if it's 2024, 2023, 2023. I know there's one for this September. Now, that'll be a fun cruise too because I will bring the shrimp. If we can get Lee Williams on there, I will definitely bring the shrimp. So, and if it's 2024, I'll definitely look into that for sure. 100%. I can probably guarantee I can make 2024 work because I don't have anything booked in 2024 yet, except for Boats and Bros 3, and that's in February. So I will definitely look into 2024. If it's in the group, just tag me in it and I'll check it when I get off of here. I'm pretty sure Christy or somebody else has tagged me in it already, but if not, just re-tag me in it and I'll look at that itinerary and definitely book it out. I have a 14-day on Princess next year. So excited. Where is that one going, Wanda? Where are you going next year? 14 days on Princess. Is that transatlantic, European? Are we doing like a 14-day Caribbean? Driving to Tampa to meet Pride and return to Baltimore. Now that's nice, Robin. That'll be a nice cruise. So you're gonna get on the Pride in Tampa and then cruise and then take it back to Baltimore. That'll be pretty cool. But yeah, we get Lee Williams on that boat, man. I'll bring the shrimp as long as his wife don't come at me this time because I felt like I was attacked a little bit. All I did was bring shrimp. Like my man was sitting there drinking, and I had all these shrimp. I'll tell you the story. So I was on a cruise last September on the Mardi Gras with my daughter. I took my daughter on a 7-day for her birthday on the Mardi Gras. And I ended up meeting a bunch of nice people. Some people from Virginia, some people from Virginia, all the way in Tennessee, Florida. Everybody was all over the place, right? So this guy, Lee, great dude, ex-military, former military, worked a long time in government. Awesome guy, great dude to hang out with, good guy to get a good laugh from. They were sitting down there, they were drinking in the smoking section, and they were drinking and having a good time. And I had invited everybody up to get seafood because Carnival gave me a ton of seafood vouchers for Seafood Shack. So everybody went up and had some seafood, and then I brought back a big bowl of shrimp. And he was getting yelled at by his wife, and I was walking back out from getting my daughter, putting her in the kids club, and she was like, "You better get your boy." I was like, "What did I do?" And he was like, "You brought the shrimp. She's mad you brought the shrimp." I was like, "I just brought the shrimp. I didn't do nothing. I just brought shrimp down. I was being a nice guy, and I'm getting in trouble because you missed dinner. You are sitting here, and you were supposed to be at dinner, and now you're eating shrimp." Enchanted Princess, August 10th to the 24th, Fort Lauderdale to New York City. Stops in Curacao, Aruba, Bonaire, Barbados, Dominica, St. Martin, and Puerto Rico. That is a nice itinerary. That is absolutely a nice itinerary. Now, does it stop back in Fort Lauderdale in the middle of that? Because I tell you right now, Curacao and Aruba and Bonaire are 3 of my favorite stops. I've never been to Barbados. I've been in Dominican Republic, but I've never been to Dominica. St. Martin is absolutely beautiful. I've been there. And Puerto Rico, y'all already know. That's the motherland. So I love all them stops, and there'll be a couple new stops. And I have a free cruise with Princess through my TA training, so maybe that'll be one they put on there. But I wanted to save that because Cunard has some great TA itineraries next year. Nope, just leaves from Fort Lauderdale. So that's great because, some of those 14-day ones, they loop back and then go back up. But that's a nice itinerary as long as you don't have to loop back to Fort Lauderdale. But Cunard has a couple great itineraries for TAs next year, and Princess has a couple good itineraries in Europe. So I was kind of hoping like they linked up and I could take Cunard and then do a Princess and then fly home. But I don't know yet. That's all thoughts up here. They're running around with other thoughts. So, but Enchanted Princess, August 10th to the 24th, Fort Lauderdale to New York City. Now, my oldest, his birthday is August 23rd. So that might be a little tough. And I don't know if I can be on a cruise ship with him laughing for 14 days. He's my mini-me, but I don't know if he'd be able to make a 14-day. But that is a great itinerary for sure. Yeah, that was funny. Yeah, it was funny. I got in trouble for another man missing dinner, and I was like, all I did was bring shrimp. I was just being Mr. Nice Guy. Like, I literally made a T-shirt for this dude, and I posted it in our Hellfire group on Facebook because what happened was the girl Christy made this whole Facebook group for everybody afterwards to stay in touch, and I posted the T-shirt in there, and on the T-shirt, I put a cell phone with like his wife's name and the phone calling, missed calls, and then all the shrimp on it. And yeah, and then I said, Mike brought the mother effing shrimp. But it was funny. It was funny. And 6 sea days in between. That's the best part. Like, I absolutely love sea days. So like, now it was a little tough on this transatlantic. I'm not gonna lie. Starting out with 8 sea days, that was a little much. Now, I enjoyed it. You were forced to relax. Like, you have no choice but to relax, right? So it was enjoyable. I think I enjoyed it more where I had port days and then my sea days. So doing it on the celebration, I enjoyed it a little bit more than I did going over. But only because, like, on the first day we had a time change, and I'm like, bro, we're still off the coast of Florida, and we're going an hour ahead. And then we were off the coast of the Bahamas, and we were 2 hours ahead. I'm like, oh, come on, man. Like, we're not even that far off the coast, and we're already jumping ahead 2, 3, 4 hours. It was a great cruise nonetheless. I still enjoyed myself, still enjoyed the sea day, still enjoyed the whole trip. But I think the back way, I enjoyed it more. So when I left Southampton and then we did Madeira and then Spain, Vigo and La Coruña and then Funchal and all that, I think I enjoyed it more and then went into the length of sea days because that gave me time to relax from all the exploring and the walking and then gave me time to enjoy the ship and then enjoy all the shows and all that fun stuff. So I think I enjoyed that way more than I did the opposite way. Now, don't get me wrong, I've enjoyed both of them. So I will gladly take another transatlantic out of Florida all the way back over to Spain or England, whatever it may be. But I think I enjoyed it a little bit more coming back from Europe than I did going to Europe. Once we got to Europe, I fell in love all over again because Europe has this thing like as soon as you get off the ship or even as soon as you see land, you just fall in love. And when a lot of people think of Europe, like right away they think of like Italy and all that. So like your inner Italian comes out and you start talking with your hands a little bit more. Let me stop playing. You just fall in love. Europe was absolutely a place I've always wanted to go and a place I've always wanted to see and visit and all that. And since I've been there, I want to go back. I just want to go back. Everyone talks about Caribbean, and I'm over here going, Rome, Madeira, Funchal, Vigo, La Coruña, Straits of Gibraltar, Morocco, Mykonos, Santorini. I'm like, all right, I'm going that way. I'm not tired of the Caribbean. I love the Caribbean. Everybody loves the Caribbean. But I'm like, Europe bound. I'm just trying to ignore Kurt right now, Wanda, and you laughing at him is not helping. It's not helping. Hashtag naughty enjoyed both ways. What can I say? I'm full of tricks. Yo, Brooklyn in the house, y'all. Eddie Lugo Studios in the house. What is going on, my brother? I'm ready to do different ports, says Wanda. Yeah, and like even Europe, like even if you repeat a port in Europe, you haven't been there like maybe one time before. So repeating that port, it's not going to feel like a repeat. There's going to be so much more for you to see and explore. Like 9 times out of 10, your cruise goes to Cozumel. Cozumel is one of those places I can constantly go to and I won't get tired of it. Now, there's other places in the Caribbean like let's just say Roatan. I'll eventually get tired of Roatan. Whether it's Mahogany Bay or Cox and Hole, I'll definitely get tired of Roatan eventually. Same with Costa Maya. Costa Maya is great, but after you've been there 3, 4, 5 times, you tend to get a little tired of things. So with Europe, it was great being over in Europe because even though I've been to Spain before, I haven't been to this part of Spain or I haven't been to that part of Spain, or it was just completely different atmosphere, completely different vibe, completely different smell in the air. Everything was just phenomenal. And the food was great. Like you're not going to get bad food in Europe. I've never had a bad experience. And I had Scott trying some stuff that he has never even thought about trying before he even went to Europe. So it was awesome. Tess Amon in the house. How are you doing, Tess? The one and only wonderful nautical nurse Nancy is in the house. Sorry to be late. It's been a busy day. No reason to be sorry. We all know how those days can be. But nautical nurse Nancy is in the house. Look at that, y'all. And y'all, you got 15 minutes until she goes live. So make sure y'all go over and naughty raid nautical nurse Nancy at 10 p.m. Eastern and say hello and say the naughty cruiser sent you. And you can just use hashtag naughty liked it both ways. And I guess that'll be the raid for today. Kathy in the house. Nautical nurse Nancy saying hi to everybody. St. Martin is absolutely beautiful. St. Martin and St. Martin are absolutely beautiful. I love both islands. I love going. And I remember long time ago walking St. Martin and there being like nothing there. And then going back and then there being like all these new beach huts and different stores and all that stuff. It's one of the greatest places that you can visit in the Caribbean and not get tired of. So it's like same with Antigua, same with Jamaica or Grand Cayman, St. Martin, St. Thomas. They're two of the places that I can go to repeatedly and not really be tired of either. Perverse vixen, not coxswain. But it's true though. It's tough because after you repeat so many ports, you kind of want to go like, all right, well, what can I do now? And if you can only do like the U.S., like it's hard. Like flying to Florida, you're going to hit the Caribbean. Flying to California, you got Mexico and you got Alaska or you got Hawaii. It's just it's so tough because after a while you're like, all right, well, do I really want to spend 15 days and go out to Hawaii? Or do I want to spend 15 days and go to Europe and go to Paris and Rome and Madeira and Spain? I personally would go over to Europe instead of going to Hawaii or whatever it may be. And that's just my personal preference. I've never done a Hawaii cruise. I plan on it. Carnival has one in an offer they sent me through Elite offer, I believe it is. But it's next year, 2024. So I haven't looked at it yet, but it's tough. It's one of those things that like, all right, I really want to go here, but I think Europe will be the better option. And I'm telling you, things over there, like I'm telling you, so much cheaper, so much cheaper. Now, the exchange rate may be different, so my mind may be playing tricks on me, but things are so much cheaper. Like me and Scott went to lunch and I had a shrimp seafood paella. Scott had a cheeseburger. No, I had chicken paella. Scott had a cheeseburger. We got this pork loin sandwich, 2 sodas, and it was like 22 euro. It was dirt cheap. And the food, the quality of the food was so much better. It's just the way it is. It's just the way it is. Kathy says she agrees Hawaii is one and done. Now, I've never done Hawaii, so I may fall in love with Hawaii because I love Japan. Like Japan is the number one place. So if you asked me what my number one destinations would be, it would be Greece and Japan. Like that, they're right there. They're tied neck and neck. So, and it could be any Asian itinerary, but Hawaii has a big Asian culture over there. So that would be like the closest I can get to Asia right now. I'm a big spam musubi guy. If you know what spam musubi is, it's phenomenal. A lot of people don't like it, but try it out. You'll love it. It's very, very good. Spam musubi is literally a piece of spam with sushi rice, and it's wrapped in a piece of nori. It's really, really good. Don't knock it until you try it. It's one of my favorite things, and it's hard to find here. So, and not that it's just hard to find. It's hard to find, and it's hard to find it good. So it's tough, but I definitely have to get out that way. And Hawaii's on the list. I want to go to Maui. I want to go cliff diving and all that stuff. I've done cenote jumping in Mexico. I fell in love with jumping from 30, 40-foot cliffs. And it's just one of those moments you tend to live for. So it's definitely on the list. But Europe it just holds that little spot in my heart now. So after being there twice, flying over to London and spending some time in London, then Southampton, and then, Spain and Madeira, Portugal, and going back and spending more time in Spain, and then getting off and walking 6, 7, 8 miles to the heart of Barcelona and just enjoying it it was absolutely phenomenal. If I could spend more time there, I absolutely would. And that's what my big cruise is for next year. Like I look to go over to Europe and just do a couple Mediterranean cruises next year instead of, doing a transatlantic, just fly over, do a couple meds out of Rome, or one out of Rome, one out of, Greece, whatever it may be, go up into Germany. And I live vicariously through Larry and Elaine Thomas. Like, if you don't know who Larry and Elaine Thomas are, get into these cruising communities that we have on Facebook and follow Larry and Elaine around, because I'm telling you, you will want to go so many other places in the world because Larry and Elaine go so many places in the world. Like, they're over in Hamburg, Germany, and Amsterdam. And that's the one thing I said to them when we gave them all hugs and we left and we said our goodbyes. I was like, I can't wait to see all the pictures you're going to post over the next couple of weeks, because there's so many places they're going over the next couple of weeks in Europe. It's going to be amazing. So I see we got some new people in the house. So thank y'all for coming over here. Jennifer tries that. The Chisel, Brewbaker. What's going on, brother? And yeah, spam, fried spam. Everyone's like, yep, spam. Cliff diving. Wow. Yes, Nancy, let me tell you. So I went to Mexico during the pandemic. We went to some cenotes. We did this excursion. It was me and two of my buddies. We went ATV riding, we went zip lining, and we went to cenotes. The highest cenote we jumped off of was 45 feet. So cenote is like a big cavern in the water. It's a sinkhole. So jump right off of that into the water, and it's just it's a whole real different level of excitement because you can see the water, but you're jumping through like this 4x4 hole in the earth, and all that's under you is just hundreds of feet of water. So to be able to jump off of that and into the water, or off of the side of the cliff and into the water, that was pretty epic. That was a tough day because the one where I jumped off the cliff was 45 feet. And at this time, I had my GoPro strapped to my wrist. And when I jumped, I went down and my GoPro went whoosh, bloop, and sunk all the way to the bottom of the water. My tour guide found it. I gave that guy $100 tip. Like, I'm not going to lie. I gave that dude a whole $100 bill because he found my GoPro. So needless to say, don't use the wrist strap when you're cliff diving in Mexico because GoPro is going to go one way and you're going to go the other way. So let's see who we got. We got 10 more minutes. So let's say 8 more minutes. So let's say hi to everybody else in the chat. What's everybody talking about? Larry is my fantasy boyfriend at the Chisel. Oh, Brewbaker, you're out, bro. You're out. Wanda says Larry is her fantasy boyfriend. I thought it was Jason. Wanda. They're great people. And, you know, it's life goals. Like, you sit back and you look at them and you're like, that's going to be me one day. Eddie confirmed it is Jason. Oh, Cameron says she's cheating on Jason. Wanda, you having another hot tub, baby? Oh, man. It's been great, y'all. It's been great. It's another Tuesday Night Live. I really didn't know what to talk about this week, so I figured I'd talk about upcoming travel and see what everybody had on the list. And if there was anything interesting, then maybe I would jump on what y'all had. So Kevin says they can't wait for their Turkey Day cruise on the Celebration this year. So I can't wait for my New Year's Eve cruise on the Jubilee. Like, that's going to be an epic cruise. Nancy, I will see you over there in a little bit. You have yourself a great night. Blaine from Riley Creative Travel is in the house. What's going on, brother? Alice Lugo, the other half of Lugo Studios, is in the house. How are you doing, Alice? Hashtag sandwich. But yeah, I look forward to that. Like, that's going to be a great cruise. I know they're getting very, very close to naming a cruise director for that ship. So I can't wait to see who that's going to be. But, you know, we're getting very close. They canceled the Jubilee cruise over Thanksgiving, and they gave us a great deal on the Celebration. So I was originally on the transatlantic of the Jubilee. So I fell in love with the transatlantic from the Celebration, and I booked it right away. Me and Scott, we booked the Jubilee transatlantic, and then we got the bad news that it had to get canceled. So we were trying to figure out something to do, and then everyone was like, well, hey, jump on the Jubilee, you know, New Year's Eve. And I was like, I really don't know. And I looked at the offers, and before I looked at the offers, like the amount of money they wanted was astronomical. It was so high. And then I did it with my offers, and it was so cheap. Like, I mean, pennies for what we paid for three grown men in a balcony cabin. Now, granted, there's 3 of us in a cabin. We're less than $600 or $900 in, something like that. So for 3 of us, it's not bad at all. And it's a balcony cabin. I believe we're right on the Lido. So it's a great spot to be because I was on the Lido for the Celebration, and I absolutely loved it there. And it's a New Year's Eve cruise, so it's definitely going to be a new experience there. It's going to be a new ship. It's going to be a new cruise port. Not a new class of ship, but it will be a new ship, a new cruise port, and all that fun stuff. So I'm definitely looking forward to that. I'm definitely looking forward to bringing all the, awesome videos that I would take on that ship. And my goal is to get on the boat and get a lot of content the first day. So that's my goal. Get on the ship, pump out content, put a video out. That is my absolute first goal. Kurt, I will see you in the morning, man. For those of you who get up bright and early, you got a couple people in here that do morning shows. You got Eddie Lugo Studios at 7:15. He's got a morning show. And then you got Kurt with See Me Traveling. Kurt and Marsha over there. They have an 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time morning show. So if you get up early, please consider checking them out. If you like their content, please consider subscribing with the notification bell on so you can stay up to date with everything going on with them and their channels. And then, make sure you're subscribed here. Make sure you like here because y'all know I got a bunch of content getting ready to come out. Yeah, 4K plus now, and you got it for free. That's what I'm saying. Like when I looked at it, Scott was talking about upgrading it. So I went and I checked it the other day, and it was like $3,800 a person. I was like, no way. I am not upgrading a suite for $3,800 a person when I've got it for dirt cheap. Penny. So, and the price we paid was $100 per person, and then we got the onboard credit or whatever it was. But it was only good for the first two. So we had a third added to the room, which means higher fees there, but it is what it is. It's not that bad. Cameron will have his wheelbarrow with him. Yeah. So, but I appreciate y'all for being here. Don't forget, Nautical Nurse Nancy is getting ready to go live in 3 minutos. So go on over and check her out. Say what's up to her and Anthony. Wish him a good and speedy recovery. He did have a procedure not that long ago, so he's still in a neck brace for the time being. But make sure y'all go over to Nancy's channel. Check out any of these awesome channels here in the chat. Riley Creative Travel, Eddie Lugo Studio, See Me Traveling, Cruising for Food. If I missed you, please don't hate me. There's so many people in this chat. And it's hard to keep up with everybody as it goes through. But I appreciate each and every one of y'all for being here. I will give y'all a few minutes to go check out Nancy's channel. Drop it here. Charles Spencer in the house. Look at that. Check out Nautical Nurse Nancy next. And there is the link for Nautical Nurse Nancy's channel. So please pop on over. Tell her the Naughty Cruiser sent you. # Naughty Raid. I'm so glad to be back, Wanda. And you will see me and my lovely face next Tuesday. I put out a short today, so go check that out. It did very, very well. I'm surprised at how well it did. It did phenomenal. So go check out that short. It's a diamond lunch over on Princess. It's a diamond lunch on Princess. Look at me getting ahead of myself. It's a diamond lunch on the Carnival Parade. So go check that out. And until next time, y'all know what to do. Y'all stay naughty. Peace.